Good evening. Welcome back to the Valley Wine and Spirits video blog series. This is the second installment of the series. At the end of the initial episode, I had mentioned that we were going to be doing cult wines for this installment. I have a couple of wines from the hottest winemaker on the planet right now. His name is Abe Schroner. When I speak of cult in this, I'm talking extremely grassroots cult. Abe's main project is the Skolem Project. Abe and the Skolem Project have been getting a lot of press recently. About 4 weeks ago, there was an article in the San Francisco Chronicle, which is quite long, writing all about Abe, and then a couple-page article in the New York Times just 2 days ago, I believe. And they're attached to this video blog. If you're watching this blog, you'll be able to get those articles as well. And it pretty much just chronicled who and what Abe is. In synopsis, Abe was a teacher, a philosophy teacher for a while, and then went out to California and ironically took a job at Stag's Leap Wine Cellars as an intern. And then the ironic thing about that is the owner of Stag's Leap Wine Cellars also was originally a teacher before he came to California, and it was his dream to own a winery, and that's kind of how it went. So I guess, you know, as luck would have it, that's where Abe ended up. And then after that, he went and worked under John Kongsgaard at Luna, and before John went and opened his own. If anybody's familiar with Cult California Chardonnays, you would definitely know Kongsgaard. So the lineage is there for Abe. So what is the Skolem Project? Well, in Abe's words, the Skolem Project is a modest project undertaken for the sole purposes of learning. In truth, there are about 10 wines a year that are made under the Skolem Project label. Abe also makes Maldonado Chardonnay, he makes Ten Brink Pinot Noir. There are some rumors that some of the Shelter wines were made by Abe as well. If you know the story of Shelter, you'll know that there will only ever be rumors, that the winemakers at Shelter are never revealed. A little bit more about the two wines that we are going to be tasting today. This is the Skolem Project Heliopolis Delu Vineyard. This is 100% Verdejo. Yes, it is odd to be growing Verdejo in California. Spain is its natural home, but Abe does work a lot with Verdejo. The second one, as I mentioned before, is the Ten Brink Pinot Noir. Ten Brink is a vineyard that Abe has had a relationship with the people that own the Ten Brink vineyard for a long time. As I mentioned earlier, Sussex Valley does a lot of organic fruit and vegetables, and that's how Abe has known these vintners for a long time. And he started making wine there, he fell in love with the vineyard, and now Ten Brink is his labeled name, but it is the vineyard that is owned by them. Some of the Skolem Project wines that he makes do come from there as well. So first the Verdejo. We have a nice pale straw color, some golden hues to it as well. A phone ringing. We are taping live in the middle of the store, so I'm going to continue. The nose on this is striking. When I first had Abe's wines, and he even mentions it in his articles, he says he does all that he can do to banish fruit from the wines. You're never going to completely banish all of the fruit, but he's not trying to make an explosive, over-the-top wine. These are absolutely unique wines with definitive flavors that are striking in their uniqueness. I mean, there's rye, there's caraway, there's some petroleum. The fruit that is here is masked by the mineraliness. It has that quality of the whites of the Rhone Valley where they almost smell a little bit like they might be close to oxidization, but you know it's absolutely the plan of the winemaker to have these wines taste this way. So I'm going to go ahead and taste it. It's outstanding. From the first moment that that the wine hits like your soft palate, you know that it's extraordinary. You can feel like it's completeness, front to back. I mean, the body, it's like almost like a heavier Chardonnay. It has a lot of viscosity, like a Viognier would have. It's soft. It's lingering in the mouth. The flavors last forever. I would want to eat like cod, like a grilled cod or a trout with this. I would definitely love to have asparagus with it. Definitely California flair, in fact, that I would all want to come off the grill. The wine is outstanding. So do yourselves a favor and go pick a bottle up. or more than that if you can get your hands on it. And now the Ten Brink Pinot Noir. To be honest with you, this is a moment for me as well. I've been waiting to taste this wine since the day I took it in. As I said earlier, 80 total cases produced. Everything that I've read about this wine says it's going to be absolutely outstanding. And I haven't had any of Abe's Ten Brink Pinot. I've tasted a lot of his wines, and I haven't had this. I'm excited. So let's take a look at it first. The color is, it's absolutely masculine from the beginning. There is no faint ruby in here or anything. This is like very, very deep, rich. It looks of clay almost in the color, you know? And the smell is almost of evergreen. You know, it has almost like a pine kind of flavor. There's definitely coal and mineral qualities. I expected to be able to say that it was Burgundian in style, and it could be said to that way because it has a lot of earth, a lot of underbrush, but this is not even, I haven't smelled anything from Burgundy that smells of this. Not to say that one would be better or than the other. I'm just saying that I haven't smelled anything from Burgundy of this. I'm missing a word I'm trying to describe, and hopefully by the end of this little session I'll be able to have that word, but it's escaping me. Once again, it's wonderful. You know, Karen McNeil, in her book, The Wine Bible, wrote that, I'm going to paraphrase, that when you listen to a phenomenal symphony, right, what's the best instrument? What's the instrument that you most like to hear, or what's the instrument that stands out? And it's kind of a trick. The instrument that should stand out in a perfect symphony is neither or none of the instruments should stand out. Everything should play harmoniously together. And that's what you look for in a great wine. You look for everything to play harmoniously together. This is outstanding. I mean, we're not missing acid, but we're also not strikingly acidic. We're not like too heavy in the mouth for a Pinot. We're not too light. There's enough fruit to carry the earthiness of this. I wish I had Abe here to ask him some questions about the way he made this, how much oxygen he exposed this to. It seems like he might have done it with a decent amount. But the vineyard truly plays in this. You get the soil coming across unbelievably. Well, onto the subject for the next installment, where we're going to be comparing a major brand against a smaller production, hard to find wine, and see if we can't pick out some values. I'll see you in 2. Have a good night.